You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Back to WhatAnOddcast, the big 250. I'm your intro man, Michael Kennedy.
I'm the bacon boy, Anthony Denny.
Sweet.
Oh, shit, Medicare.
250 is a hell of a number, gentlemen.
It is. Don't be alarmed, by the way, audience. In 13 minutes and 45 seconds.
We're slaughtering Anthony. Sweet.
On air. I have bacon in the oven, and I will have to get it out of the said oven.
Sweet.
So when my alarm goes off, don't be alarmed.
We're gonna be alarmed.
Yeah, it's gonna scare the shit out of all of us.
It beats, I mean, yes, but it's fine.
How are all y'all doing today?
I've had better days, but I found out today that I've been moved to a salaried position, so I no longer have to punch a time clock. So it's nice. It's nice. The big boy world, guys.
Yeah, I got denied for another job.
Finally! Jesus Christ!
Oh, Mike, I gotta show you what the thing is on my work computer, so I can't get to it now.
Yeah.
I literally have a spreadsheet to look at how long I've been waiting between each job. I've been waiting over a total of 742 days through all my jobs.
Wow.
I've been waiting over 2 years to get rejected for every job. I played the job number 29 and 30 today.
Eventually he'll get one.
Now, are these all in the
law
same
of large numbers?
Same company, different positions you're trying to get that are just offer more?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I want.
Yeah.
And you can't fucking get it now.
I'm suited well enough to get an interview, but apparently I just fucking bomb the interviews every time.
He doesn't interview good for whatever reason. I don't quite figure it out.
It's because I'm neurodivergent.
Bud.
This never stopped me.
Yeah.
Look how many jobs I've been on. Do you know how many interviews I failed? None. If I get the interview, the only one that did was your place. That was it.
Well, it's almost as if everyone's got their own issues with their neurodivergences.
I don't. I've
never had
I've gotten every job I've been qualified for at the current position.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
I'm not saying that you're not qualified, Anthony. I just got to teach you the right buzzwords. Honestly, you just need to get to phones. That's what
I'm trying to do.
Well, I think you need to make a lateral shift to phones.
I'm trying. I've applied to
I think
those.
they have an FDS one that's actually a pay grade increase. It's a 30, so you might want to look into that one too. Have you thought about sales?
I don't know sales.
What about brokerage?
Brokers don't want me.
No.
I've applied to 3 brokers 3 times.
I was going to say we provide the craft like brokerage, so...
They don't want me.
I just don't know what it is. I think he might be too serious in the interview is the issue. Do you goof around and joke?
Of course I goof and I have to make jokes. Hunter was in the last interview I had, and my curtain started saying, I'm like, don't worry, that's not a ghost. It's my dog. He wants to go outside, but I'm doing this, so he patiently waits.
Yep. Okay. I don't know. I just gotta teach you the buzzwords.
Right.
You should set up a desk ride too. Desk rides help.
Mike, can I ride your desk?
I don't know if they would allow me as a newcomer to do a desk ride, but you could reach out to the department, to the hiring manager. If and when you get your interview, I would recommend doing that. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you will get the interview.
I'll get the interview.
You'll get the interview.
The one thing Anthony's good at.
I think they're hiring like 10 more people, so it's fine.
You just have a bad luck genie that follows around to every interview you go to. The minute the camera's off, just
it's like, oh my god.
For some reason, I don't want to hire him anymore.
Man, that guy's brown? Who?
Yeah, you have a very white name, so...
He's not quite brown enough.
Yeah, he's neither not white enough nor brown enough.
They probably think I'm Muslim or something.
That very well could be. They're gonna have to give you so many more holidays off for that, and give you time to pray.
I'll take it.
Start hanging up.
I know which way's east.
That's fair.
That way.
Oh, I could figure it out
west.
on my.
That way.
There you go. I was like, that's towards Grand Rapids, bud. That's fine.
What a start.
Before we get into our big topic of the day, sorry.
No, you're good.
Just a couple stories, because I don't think pitching movies is going to take
I don't think so.
An hour and a half.
Oh, so you think.
I saw an ad for what might be the funniest fucking show ever.
Is regular show coming back?
No.
Oh.
It's called Living for the Dead.
I haven't seen anything about it.
From the producers of Queer Eye. It's gay supernatural ghost hunters. And it looks so fucking funny, guys. I don't know where I saw it. I think it was like on an ad somewhere or on like a TV somewhere, but they are gay ghost hunters. And it's
I can't look at anything on my phone because that's where my alarm is.
Oh, yeah. And it's just fucking amazing.
Ghost hunters.
Yeah. I wanted to throw it out there because eventually when we hit like actually like recording and doing like videos and shit, we're gonna do like
dude, I can't wait to go
ghost hunt.
We're gonna go to Mackinac.
Ghost hunt.
Yeah.
2. Did you guys hear about this? I'm gonna blow.
You'll have to be.
Can I blow your mind right now?
Oh.
Can I blow your mind right now? Jim's leaving because we've been talking about this all day and he's sick of me hearing about it. So if I told you that South Dakota was going to replace Thomas Jefferson's head on Mount Rushmore with Taylor Swift.
I've seen this coming around.
Would you believe me?
No.
You shouldn't. It was a rumor started by someone that all 3 of the major news outlets think it's real. CNN, Fox, and Newsmax. They've all run stories about it. And the governor of South Dakota is like, it's not true. It's not true. It's like, the state of South Dakota to increase tourism is going to replace Thomas Jefferson with Taylor Swift on Mount Rushmore. So I saw the original TikTok and she was like, does anyone know how to start a rumor? Because I'd really like to start a rumor on South Dakota to increase tourism is replacing Thomas Jefferson because he's a piece of shit with Taylor Swift. And it just, everyone shared it and blew it up and it just got to all the major news. It was so fucking funny.
Also, you have to replace all of them. Except for, I think, Lincoln.
Lincoln at this point, yes. Well, he did have an illegitimate black son, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he did the whole freeing of the slaves, so I think he can.
He gets a pass for now.
Yeah, he gets a pass for now until it comes.
You know what? He didn't die of natural causes, so he gets a pass for now.
Yeah, he was very much. He did die
in the theater.
Yeah.
So,
what a horrible thing.
Sic Semper Tyrannis.
And finally, to add on to the absolute bullshit that's going on in this world. Have you heard about Kellogg? The famous Michigan company from Michigan, from Battle Creek.
I've heard of.
Okay,
what's going on?
What's going on recently?
Oh, they're making cereal. Besides the strikes?
No, yes, besides the strikes.
They're making cereal.
No.
They are making cereal. That's great. You're almost there. Do you know you can have cereal for dinner?
What the fuck?
Hang on.
I've been depressed before. Yes, I know this.
Yes, you have. But do you know that the CEO of Kellogg's is happy that people are having cereal for dinner because they can't afford fucking groceries? He went on all majors saying that it's a good alternative and it's cheap.
It's not the point.
That's the whole. It's so deaf and blind to the situation that's going on.
That's so.
It's so tone
I'd like
deaf.
to thank my constituents of the company for coming here today.
And it's actually because they have started seeing an increase in cereal sales, because it's true. You can feed a family on like a box of cereal with a gallon of milk for like $8 a meal, $10 a meal. So I'm just saying.
How many employees?
But sir, people can't afford real food. Good.
I'm glad. And now the commercials are coming out that say we're having cereal for dinner. It's Tony the Tiger and the Kellogg's people going, yeah, cereal for dinner. And then I saw immediately after that, I saw a TikTok of a mom being like, from like way before this, was like, I tell my kids that cereal's a special treat for dinner, so we only have it once in a while, and it's really just when I don't feel like doing a goddamn thing. And I'm like, oh, but cereal for dinner all the time now. So
I'd like to imagine that after Tony says his great line, in the back the dad is hanging himself, because it is just not a family good picture.
No.
Dinner cereal.
Yeah, so that was
no, I've had now. I can speak from privilege, saying I've had cereal for dinner.
I have.
Yes.
As of
I think we all have.
To be because I've been lazy before.
Yep.
But I can also speak as someone who's lived in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Where I've had cereal because that was the only thing. Have you ever had cereal with powdered milk?
I have. It's not good.
It's bad.
The only thing I haven't had in that regards, no.
Don't have powdered milk, Jared.
I've had powdered milk with like coffee before that somebody's like, oh, we're out of regular, and it was terrible.
Yeah. Oh my God, we should get some powdered milk and have like a bowl of fucking Krispies.
The issue is the only thing that I would try powdered milk again for is if we were doing an Ed Netty special and we did the Canker burgers with the powdered milk. That is the only way I would do that, and it would be a live stream. It'd be like us cooking or me cooking for you guys while we do this. I would make Canker burgers and we'd go from there.
And then we would watch the show, the episode while
eating Canker burgers and powdered milk. Because that is what they have. Listen, that could be a stretch goal for Patreon in the future. I have no problems making you guys Canker burgers. There is a recipe for Canker burgers.
Is it really?
There is. There's a couple. I found like 2 that I actually think would be okay. One of them is like
they have like a fucking like a rubber plate in it, so you can
basically one's a gag, but like they're actually gonna be fairly good, like all things considered. But like it's a lot.
I think we should do the binging with Babish way, where we make it one that's good and one that's accurate.
No, because there's metal in the accurate one.
I know what I said.
Okay, well no, I've put your guys' body through hell at McDonald's. I will not force you to ingest a gear.
Well, it hasn't killed me yet.
That's true. He is breathing
been
now
in a coma
currently.
for the last 10 years.
Yeah, I've taken off so many years of your guys' life.
That would explain a lot.
But that's just the kind of the stories I want to talk about. I don't have a One Piece update. I've watched more One Piece, but it's just it's fatigue. It's fatigue. Okay. I thought I was at the end of Dressrosa.
No, Dressrosa goes on for years.
Fucking ever. So that's where I'm at with that. But we are gathered here today on this anniversary episode 250 to talk about something that we've talked about many times before, and that's pitch me a fucking movie, right? We talk about this all the goddamn time about us, like we have our Pacific Godzilla rape thingy rim, like
I don't think there's a lot of rape.
It's on my lock screen, so it's
you have rape on your lock screen?
Yep, I sure do. It's Dawn of the Pacific Ape Rim.
Didn't you have that on your phone? You go up to a girl at the bar, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
they don't run and tear and call the cops at all.
That's classic. That and my Time Force lock screen. I'm fucking nerd all the way, boys. But yeah, so I thought we'd pitch us a couple movies to kind of get us warmed up. We've talked about many a times doing our own Sonyverse, and that will be towards the end. I have that paper ready, but what I kind of want to do is like, I think what we'll start with, if it's okay with both of you, and even if it's not, fuck off, let's talk about like B and C horror movies that we want to pitch, right? Because like recently I watched Predator. I did. Dylan.
Mike finally
get Dylan.
That we're going Dylan.
I finally get that. I finally fucking get that. And as soon as Anthony said that, he's like memories flooding back.
I was doing it for the last like 4 years.
Yeah. Dylan. And I tried to watch AVP, but it's just not good.
No, stop.
It takes forever to get.
You should watch Requiem. Is even worse.
It took forever.
Imagine watching a movie with wearing these.
That's I started watching AVP, and I'm like, right. It only gets good like the last 10 minutes when she starts hunting the alien with the alien skull and the spear made out of the xenomorph's tail. And I skipped all the way to that.
And
I was like, just
fucking with the fucking tail.
You're one now.
Yeah, just filler. Just filler.
Dude, do you think they were gonna fuck?
No.
If he survived?
No,
he probably would have just hunted her.
Yeah, hunted her.
No, she
would have been the ultimate prey.
She showed that she was equal. They don't hunt them.
Yeah, it was like a mutual truce. We all know how that would have went.
So Jared's talked many times about doing like public domain horror. Like we have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. There's like 17 Mickey Mouse ones coming out here soon.
Yeah, no,
like
the Steamboat Willie
fucking
That is the bacon I shall return.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Vamp.
But McDonald's. And like Jared's pitch, like Dr. Seuss, and I think that would be a fun place to start. Is the Dr. Seuss horror? It's fucking everything, man. If you were to take out the kids, it is eldritch horror at its fucking core, and it fucking blows me a fucking way that no one's really thought of that. Like the cat hat one is fucking creepy. Horton Hears a Who, fucking that's amazing. The Oobleck, like I gotta have Dr. Seuss titles bringing up real quick, so give me a second.
It's like they made the shitty Grinch one. They called it the mean one, but like they didn't do anything fun with it. They just made him the fucking Grinch, and he's a monster.
Yeah, he's just killing people. Like you could. There's so many like psychological horrors that you can have.
He snuck into my room and then murdered my parents. It's like, this is stupid, Cindy. This is dumb. There's so much potential that you didn't use.
Like what about like a walk it in my pocket? Like what the fuck's that? 'Cause that could be fucking amazing. Are you kidding me? Fried green eggs and ham, right? Like, just so many for fucking potential.
What the hell is a walk it in your what?
List in order. Okay, so.
All right, so in order.
Okay, so in order we have Bartholomew and the Oobleck, and Oobleck is the green stuff that falls from the sky, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, so we could have so if we start there, so if that's okay with you, we'll start there. Yeah. No, because I think I'll skip around some, and we'll just kind of go from there. And we're just getting general ideas for this record, and then next month we'll start like narrowing it down to ones we actually could like screenplay, and then we'll actually write a screenplay come April or May, and actually just fucking type it out and send it in. Because God, who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah,
who gives a fuck? We got nothing to lose at this point. No. Nothing to fucking lose. We're starting, Anthony, with Dr. Seuss, because if you really think about Dr. Seuss and you take away
Starbarrel Sneeches,
and you take away like the kid and joyfulness, is this not just eldritch horror?
Well, of course it is.
Exactly. We're starting with I think Anthony's favorite,
the Lorax,
Bartholomew.
Oh, Anthony, you don't know this story? Your favorite childhood story your mother read to you every night?
Mom didn't read to me.
His mom didn't love him.
My dad did.
Bartholomew and the Oobleck.
Ah, yes.
Oobleck. The green slime from the sky.
Monster blood. From Goosebumps.
Well, that's fun.
Green slime from the sky. So we can do alien, we can do monster, you can do a couple other things like that, but like for the most part, where do you guys want to take this one? So green slime from the sky, right?
The thing is with Oobleck, as it is created.
Yes.
So it's got to be a side effect from a science experiment.
Okay, side effect.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Like Bartholomew tried to make something, and he accidentally made the Oobleck.
Okay. What is he trying to make?
Well, we're trying to go...
So we're going man-made.
Pardon me a minute.
Sure, you're good.
Oh, man, what,
We have man-made disaster? Are we thinking disaster movie, or are we thinking like monster movie, or are we thinking like contamination kind of thing? So that's where I'm at. Like, this is going to be man-made by Bart.
Yeah.
Man-made Bart.
Man-made by Bart. What would it do?
What would it do? Because Oobleck itself is, when you make it like at home, right? It's cornstarch and water, and it's like a non-Newtonian liquid. It is, which is when you smack it real non-Newtonian liquid. Yeah. I know that's a big word, Jared, but you know what non-Newtonian means.
I don't know.
I know, right? My name's Nathan, and I like apples. That was from South Park. It wasn't me making fun of anyone, okay?
Obama got a summer camp.
If that little bastard thinks he's going to ruin our trip to Europe, he's got another thing coming.
I would almost think it would be a contaminant.
Okay. Now, see, we're getting real close to flubber with that, too. So you might want to just... Right, so we're getting real close to the absent-minded professor on that. So we've been talking about non-Newtonian fluids.
Ah, yes.
Yes. So we got a man made by Bart. It's a non-Newtonian fluid, right? So that will be true. And again, disaster movie, or does it become a monster?
Yeah.
Is it infection? Is it like
I'm
disease?
thinking yes.
Oh, to what? I said 5 things.
See, I was thinking contagion, but he did point out the flubber aspect too.
Yeah, we get like with flubber, you got to be careful.
I'm thinking of a non-sentient force of nature.
Okay.
Okay.
That it just sort of like a virus or bacteria, how it just wants to like multiply and grow bigger.
Sure.
Yes.
Where that's what happens. It doesn't become like, oh, I have to eat everything. I have to, I want to destroy the world. It just wants to make more of it.
Yeah. Okay, so just its job is to grow.
Its job is to grow.
So now we're at the South Park Trapper Keeper.
I was about to say now we're venturing into blobs.
Yeah, so that's what
where like it's
blob.
just gathering mass,
which is fine. I don't think
which is fine. Like
I don't think there's been a good blob movie in a while.
Not since the 80s.
There you go.
I was about to say
that one wasn't great either.
One goes to is the 80s one.
Yeah.
No, that could work though.
That's fine.
Yeah. You
so
can make it
so are you thinking now? Are you thinking it? How does it grow? I know it's consuming, but like when the explosion happened, does it send shit into like the atmosphere and it rains down, and that's how we kind of get that general story point, and it's just going around gathering itself.
Oh, trying to get back to itself.
And it's we're good like Iron Giant kind of thing. Where it's like consuming, and then on its way back to the massive HUD, it like is consuming everything on the way, growing bigger and bigger.
Yeah, by accident is growing bigger.
Okay. So returning to Prime.
I have a question here too.
Yep.
In regards to this thing, do we say that it has some kind of weakness that they find, or is this like there's no stopping it kind of ending?
Well, I mean, of course there should be some sort of weakness, but
it's frogs. It's a Billy and Mandy reference. I'm glad from the Dune one because Dune's coming out soon, so I had to throw that in there.
God damn.
Well, let's see. According to
so it's gathering around.
Yeah.
It's trying to collect itself. So would you go in it with the direction of like it's going from the outside of the town working its way inward kind of story?
Yeah.
Then?
I think we're going bigger than town too. I think it. I think it'd be fun if it like shot up into the atmosphere and like started like the breeze took it and it rained on different things. Everyone's like, oh, it's green rain, like it's the first time, and then like all of a sudden it starts like it's like, oh, it's a lot of fun at first because it's color rain, and then it's like, oh shit, no, it's actually real bad, and it's just like this, like it's going to meet in the middle somewhere, and like natural weather events happen, and so like it meets its way to Kansas. So in a tornado, and it gets sucked up by a tornado, and it's a blob tornado.
So in Bartholomew and Oobleck, so this is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
How the Oobleck is eventually destroyed.
Yeah.
Because actually it does rain down from the sky and all that.
Yeah.
The sun melts it away.
The sun melts it away. So it's so the blob
creates clouds.
Right. So that's the initial thing, right? And then when it is sunny, the blob only travels in shade, and it doesn't. No one really catches on because there's just so much destruction. Because like, let's say it like destroys a building and starts to burn.
Yeah.
That ash and smoke is going to block out the sun, allowing it to continue forward.
Yeah. So now we know why Bartholomew created the Oobleck. Try to make rain.
See, now this, I was going to say a similar thing, my friend. I was going to say, like, do we want to lean into the conspiracy nuts and be like, it's the government trying to control the weather? And Anthony just said, yes, it is. Now, it doesn't have to be the government, or our government, at least.
Bartholomew doesn't want to make it, but the government does want to control it eventually.
So, now we're getting awfully close to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs territory, which, again, fine, with the Flintstone fur. And...
I love that you just popped out of it perfectly.
I had an ex-girlfriend that we were obsessed with that movie because it's a good fucking movie.
It is a great movie.
Okay, so Bart is trying to make rain, right?
Yeah. There's countries that need rain. They need water.
That's true. To end drought, so a moral cause.
Yeah.
I like this a lot, though.
End drought. And government involvement.
Because it also plays innocent enough to be using a Dr. Seuss thing.
Yeah.
It's not like an over the top. It does have like a little innocent vibe to it. I like that. Good job, Anthony. I like that.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay. So in sun is it's going to be its weakness at the end, though. That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'll just... So we could play as what about a solar flare?
Ooh.
And so we have to decide, like... because it's like a huge solar flare kind of thing. I'm going to put that in parentheses. We don't have to use it, but it's just something I thought of.
Here's what it is.
Okay.
He's trading the Oobleck because the solar flare is going to do a lot of damage.
Oh, that's
and
good.
create a lot of drought.
That's good. That's actually really good. So, yes.
So it all plays back to itself.
You might be good at this, guys.
The solar flare, the thing that they feared, is going to be their accidental savior.
Yes, that's good. I like that a lot.
And then it becomes like a thing where Bartholomew and friend, because there will always be and friend.
Yep.
They have to like get the Oobleck all into one place, but also protect themselves from the solar flare, so they don't die.
So they what they find. So I think a plot twisting point is much in homage to the Iron Giant. How there's that one screw that Hogarth has, and it tries to get out. They have a vial of the little Oobleck, and so they have to find like the best place where the solar flare is going to hit the most, and so it's two-factor, right? Where the solar flare is going to be the strongest and where they can get to in time and the ooze can get there as well, right? Because it's traveling fairly slow. So there has to be like an apex of where like, this is our best chance for this because of this. That good for you guys?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Speed times distance equals blob. So we're good there. Yeah, so that's that. I like that. Okay, so are there any plot twists on the way that you would like to have? Because like that's so right now, right? We have Bartholomew's working like with an independent contractor on a government grant to try to end a drought in deserts and things because it's 20XX and there's famine. He successfully does this, but something goes wrong and it creates the whatever we're going to call the Oobleck.
It would just be the Oobleck.
Right? It goes in the air, it rains down, it's green, so everyone thinks it's got electrolytes, which is what plants need. Not really, but I wanted to throw it out there because it popped into my head. Everyone thinks it's great because it does. Everything is wet and it's saturated, and so that's great. But it's not great because all the water in the globs start like going.
Oh my god! It doesn't. It doesn't consume things.
No,
it absorbs water.
Ooh, I like that.
All the water.
I like that. Oh, so like people just get dehydrated.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking good, Anthony. That's so good. Absorbs water. Oh, this is getting bad. I was just
trying to think of a way to do something that is like maybe like it takes something.
And we can say like it can be in the sun because the sun, while it weakens it and dehydrates it, it's just trying to find the next source of water. And that's kind of how we can get around that as well. So that works really well. I like that.
Should you have? Because there's a lot of movies that'll do that.
Yeah.
But like if it's trying to get to a water source, would you make that climax point be like a water reserve or something where it's like it's gonna go here, this is where it's gonna hit?
See, I think that would. So this is where the twist, right? The ideal spot where the solar flare is going to be the strongest and where the blob can get to is like a lake.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a like right next to there's a big arid it's like on the other side of like a hill. There's an arid desert that the solar flare would be slightly weaker, but it wouldn't be able to absorb that water, and so it has to like split. Like there's like no, we need to do it here because, and then there's like two groups of people fighting for it, and then somehow the vial keeps switching hands, and so maybe we have two different endings to the movie too, just to piss people off.
Well, so definitely,
yeah.
So we need our cast of characters because we definitely have like.
I think we have a good plot.
Yeah,
very much so. So let me put lake or desert for final scene,
or both.
Yes.
It could be the Hoover Dam. There's desert plateaus.
That's true. We are going to end up somewhere in the West, though. That's where we're like. It's going to be somewhere out there. So. Because I don't think we're going to shoot this in New York.
What made you choose the Hoover Dam? I wanted to outdo Fast X.
The Cube.
All right, the Cube. That's exactly what it is. All right, so that's actually a pretty fucking good plot. Like I'm pretty impressed. Yeah. Like I didn't think this was going to go this well.
Yeah,
no,
we pulled it out of our ass.
Fucking amazing. Pulled it out of our ass for a Dr. Seuss book. All right,
so Dr. Seuss and B/C horror.
Yes, which is great. This is exactly what this is.
This is sci-fi horror.
Yeah. Okay. So we have our group of protagonists or scientists. We have Bart, right? Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Who is the scientist?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Bart. There's a king in Bartholomew.
There is
which is going to be the president. What's his name?
I think it's just a king.
Okay. So
by the way, is Bartholomew Cubbins.
Cubbins?
Cubbins.
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 Okay.
Bartholomew Cubbins.
Do you want his full name or you just want Bart?
No, I'm just saying that's his name.
Bart Cubbins.
Interesting. Okay.
We're going to do it Cuddins just to get it away from the...
Apparently there's a second book.
Yes.
That he's in.
Yes, it's Bartholomew and something, right?
The 500 Hats of Bartholomew Cubbins.
Yes.
So we now know that he collects hats.
So he's a hat aficionado?
Hat aficionado.
He likes hats. Maybe he's always wearing a different hat. Every scene. Fuck it, right?
Every time the camera goes, it's just him wearing a different hat.
No, it's like one of those like TikTok videos where like I bet you didn't see my hat change colors the entire time either. We just slowly change the color and the hue of his hat in every scene. Starts off like blue, ends up like neon green or some shit, and then like at the end we're gonna be like, hey, but you didn't notice his hat changing color the entire time, and then they have to go back and watch the entire thing, so we're getting 2 views out of it.
So definitely he's got to have a purple hat on when the oobleck falls out, because that purple and green contrast.
Yes, I love it. Okay, and then we have the president. What? Who's helping Bart? Because it doesn't have to be from the book exactly, but what's someone who's helping Bart? Give me a name.
I was thinking that, like, do we want to have? Do we want to go the love interest route, or do we want to have like young lackey?
I don't think a love interest would do this story.
I didn't think so either.
No, I think we can do it. It can be female. It can be a woman, but I think love interest isn't.
I think it'd be really funny to start playing on other sci-fi tropes, and so like we have Sarah Connor, so. Right from like but because she's gonna help save the world, but like not really in that way. Those kind of tropes where like we're so far in the future where like actual like science fiction like still exists in this world, and so like kids are named after famous science fiction characters. So go ahead, give me a name. I don't care what name. What's a good name for a female lab assistant?
Veronica.
Okay. Veronica.
It's usually one that I hear on like Sci-Fi one.
Sure. Veronica what?
Sattler.
Is that a reference I don't get?
Jurassic Park.
It's a good one. It's a good one actually, and she's just a lab assistant.
As of right now, she might her job might.
This is just the framework, right? This is just framework. Yes. I need a president.
President King.
I like that actually. Really fucking on the.
A callback, but also very on the nose.
Reginald King.
Reginald King. The president. Okay. Should we have a military general?
Yes. Oh yeah, we definitely need.
I was thinking that was another thing I was thinking is like love interest or like a general or like what are we doing?
Like W.R. Monger from yes. I'm thinking like from Aliens versus Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
Yeah, General what? I like Howitzer. I don't know why, because it's like a gun.
Well,
and Howitzer's kind of fun. Yeah.
This was he got the Theodore Giesel got the idea while stationed during World War II.
General Howitzer, and I need a commander as well, just because there's 2 of them. I'm gonna have 2, and you can see like because they're sitting around like kind of war table, and they be the president, commander, and general. So commander what?
Weston, like Smith and Weston, but you choose Weston over Smith.
Sure. I love it.
He could be He could be like Commander S. Weston.
S. Weston, yeah.
It's never said that his name was Smith.
S. Weston.
Yeah, S. Weston. Yeah, it's never ever touched upon either. Yeah. Okay, so that's a stand. So that's going to be kind of the War Council.
And of course, nameless peons.
We have. Always. Well, I think we should have. So, like, we have Bart, our Bartholomew, our head scientist. We have Veronica Sattler, who's our lab assistant. Who actually owns? Like, is this going to be like at a university, or is this at like a private lab? And if so, what university, made up or not, and what lab? What are you making the name for?
Oh my goodness! See,
I know, right?
Oh. I'm also just looking at the stuff because I'm trying to figure out.
You're good. You're drawing inspiration from the source material.
Yeah.
Because if it's going to do something like that, it needs to, if it's going to be like a lab, which I think it should be a lab, because I think we need to set this a little bit older than college. It needs to play on water, desert, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it needs to be something like that.
Trying to see.
He's trying to make storms.
I'm
trying to think in my head of.
Yeah.
There's a magician in the story who uses magic words. Shuffle, devil, muzzle, muff.
We're gonna somehow keep that.
There's nothing, but there's a wizard.
Keep that, because we're gonna come back to that. Because yeah, go ahead.
No,
I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I was trying to wrap my head around.
You guys think about like Cactus 3.
Cactus 3.
Yeah. Because cactuses live in the desert, like they hold water.
I get it.
Why 3?
Hey, I don't know. Because hang on, I'm there's something.
Now, do you know what the? Now, y'all didn't grow up in the desert, so y'all might not know this. Yeah. But I actually had to learn the different types of cacti in case you got injured.
No.
The big cactus, the classic cactus, that's called a saguaro.
I like saguaro, but I don't know if it works well.
You ask why 3? Because 1 and 2 blew up.
Yeah. What about...
That's why she's an assistant and not the head, because she blew up the 2 previous ones. So she's got a little bit of resentment in her.
We can come back to a name when something moves us.
It's like labs are typically named after people.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
They could be like the... I don't know what's the word.
Shelving company.
What's a word for... Because a lab is a part of the building. What's a building called? Campus.
The campus?
So it could be the cactus lab within the campus.
I don't like cactus lab. I don't like cactus now.
Well, it would just...
Fucking talk me right out of it, Anthony. It's fine.
Well, it would just be like, you know how different places have wacky names for their rooms. Like, oh, that's the cactus room. That's the page room.
Right.
For those people who are visiting to take the shows and be like...
Yeah. So this is just unnamed lab for now. So
unnamed lab.
Unnamed lab for now.
On unnamed campus.
Yeah, on unnamed campus. But we have our general plot points. Is there anyone else that we think we need? The magician. Well, the sorcerer.
I think the magician should be a red herring.
Oh, 100%.
Like, 100%. He's the one who Bartholomew thinks is working with the government to get the Oobleck.
He is not necessarily the boss, but like a rival who stole his... But nothing ever actually got stolen. Yeah. He just misplaced it.
He's just like an idiot.
Yeah, misplaced.
Like he's an idiot and his ego's too big to say anything.
Yes. Misplaced. Docs. And what was the words you said again?
Oh, God.
What were the
Shuffle,
words?
duffel.
Hang on. I can't write that fast. Shuffle, duffel.
Muzzle.
Muff. Muff. That is going to somehow be like encoded words that they have to say to get into like the secured lab.
Oh.
Shuffle, duffel, muzzle, muff.
It was the secret code they had when they were friends.
Oh, God, that's so good. It's a secret code.
So, and that's how he figures out, oh, he didn't betray me because he like scribbles it somewhere.
I fucking love that shit.
Shit, okay.
We got a whole ass like...
This is amazing. There's a backstory here. They were in college together, right? What's the magician's name?
He's unnamed.
I know, but what's the magician's name?
Well, it's got to be something like... It's got to be a play off of magician.
Or play on a magician.
Yeah, or... it's... What's Teller's last name?
Teller.
First name. Because that's something Gillette.
Well, it's Penn Gillette.
I know, but we take one of each of their names. We take Gillette's last name, Penn's first name.
I don't know Teller. I don't even... Teller.
Raymond.
Raymond's actually pretty good.
Raymond is a good name.
Raymond Joseph Teller.
Raymond Gillette.
Yeah, no, it's
right.
Is right on the money, but
so our guy Bart, right? He went on to study not weather, meteorology, but like chemical, like engineering. Does that make sense? Yeah, chemical engineering.
So, you say Victoria
and
Veronica
and Raymond. Hang on, Raymond. What did Raymond study? Because they're working at the same lab, but it's like a different part of lab, and it's not chemical engineering. But what did Raymond study? Is it like the mechanical engineering, and they kind of had a falling out because one couldn't decide which engineering was better? Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, mechanical. And at the end they have to work together because mechanical and chemical engineering have to work together because one designs the product.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Okay.
I was gonna say bioengineering for some reason.
Bio I like bio because that we're gonna do bioengineering because
that's how the oobleck accidentally.
That's what I was thinking. Is
like it's one's chemical and one's bio, and so they're like, oh, what'd you do to my thing to make it come alive? Like I didn't do anything to your stupid thing, and they fight. Yeah.
So the lady Veronica, she should be the meteorologist. She should be the one.
Now we're getting too close to literally doing cloudy with a chance.
Well, no, she should be the one who does like the weather. That's why she's assisting him.
Okay, so she's just studied meteorology.
Because he's the one who's doing like the.
Let me guess, you're gonna make her a blonde with short hair and glasses.
Yeah, she's gonna be played by Anna Fendrick.
Yeah,
Anna Faris.
Yeah. Close. It's fine. Okay. So, and then we have everything. Is there anything else that we want to add to our great horror movie that we actually have a decent start on? It's amazing. Any twists or turns you want to add?
So,
yep.
I like.
So clearly, she's the one that's the villain, right? She's the one who's been trying to like seek.
I don't know. Is she?
I don't know. Or does the government just happen to know all this stuff? I mean, that has a lot of...
Yeah.
The government...
Here's the thing. Right now we have... if we start, writing it and it takes us in that direction because things are adding up, absolutely takes us in that direction. But for now, I mean, it could be the fucking janitor for all I care. He's just he's going in at night, just cleaning and taking pictures of shit and selling it to the government. And that's how the government's finding... And then the government comes in and is like, we need all your research. How do you know?
The janitor, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. What? No, and he drives his cheesemobile
for Mr. Deeds.
Noble?
I don't know which one's the guy with the cheesemobile.
Noble.
Okay, that's the janitor then.
Okay.
And he's gonna drive around in his Noble and his cheesemobile. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Look at that.
That's actually a decent B horror movie.
And honestly, I think that's a unique plot.
I don't think I've ever seen. I mean,
I think this is like a lot of pieces from different.
It's a lot of different.
TM. I feel like the TM needs its own TM because so much.
What are we calling this? As a working title, right?
I mean, do you gotta call it anything else besides Bartholomew and the Oobleck?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, surprisingly, yes.
Yes.
That's why the Grinch is not called the Grinch.
That's why the Grinch is not called the Grinch. Yeah.
Gets you. It avoids copyright.
Oh, we're going under the assumption we don't have copyright.
Yeah, we don't have the copyright.
As much as the story itself is a public domain, the names themselves.
Yeah, Oobleck is actually still owned by Suess. So,
yes.
So what are we thinking about a working title? Project Alpha, but that's not the actual name. That's just our.
That's fair.
I was trying to find other non-Newtonian fluids, but this doesn't really help.
God damn it!
I know, right? Normally, I'm pretty good with titles.
Sheer viscosity.
I like that actually. I'm gonna put that down as a working title.
Oh,
I'm on the Wikipedia page and just like the shear stress and the shear rate is linear passing through this origin.
It's fun if you could think of a really shitty way to spell rain. Right, because technically it's not rain, and so that's what he's actually created is rain, but it's not rain.
It's like RAYNE or something like that.
God damn
it. I put shear viscosity : rain, but that's working titles. Something will move us eventually. I guarantee that.
That's true.
Are you saying we can't get a good name for something?
A random name generator?
Don't you dare.
Get me a name for a non-public domain version of Bartholomew and the Oobleck.
Sorry, don't recognize.
No, it says Thaddeus and Grimble.
Grimble is pretty good too. Oh my god, we could do like a Purple Rain parody and it's Grimble
Rain.
But now we got to change Bartholomew's last name to Grimble.
That's perfect. That's fine. We would have to anyway.
Yep. Oh my God, it's amazing. Grimble Rain. I don't know, but that's a working title for now because I don't think Grimble Rain is going to get a lot of people in the theater. Well, it sounds like someone's eating Gilbert Grape or some shit like that. That's fucking amazing. Holy shit.
People would have going into that.
No shit. That was fun as shit, actually. The next one is I want to do, because I'm not going to do the Sonyverse right now because we have too much into that.
There's too much there.
Yeah, we got to get established first and make sure we can actually do this before we start writing superhero movies. What about just like an action movie? What about just like an action movie?
Action movie?
Action movie.
Okay,
what are we thinking for
some public domain stuff?
Yeah, what's public domain action movie? That's right, what's in the public domain right now? Because, like, this is going to be fun as shit.
Let me check for you.
By Medium, you got... Let's look at some books.
The Pocket Book of Boners is actually a Dr. Seuss book. And it's amazing.
Let's see, we have, of course, this is as of 2024.
Yeah.
We have...
Yep.
Steamboat Willie, Tigger, Animal Crackers, Dark Princess, Orlando.
It's just...
Ooh, give me one second.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Give me a second. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. What the fuck?
Solid record, though, gentlemen. Solid record.
There was a random public domain superhero that came up that I was just like, what the fuck? It's called the Green Llama. He looked like Green Arrow trying to be Batman.
Oh, that's amazing.
The dumbest thing.
Alright. Here's some fictional characters that are in the public domain.
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
King Kong.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
Frankenstein's monster.
Okay.
Don Diego de la Vega.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Either.
Robin Hood. King Arthur. Scrooge.
How are you gonna make Scrooge an action movie?
He has to go to the past, the present, and the future and kick ass.
I don't think there's something there right now.
Wizard of Oz, Dr. Jekyll.
Okay, no, hang on. The Wizard of Oz is technically, yes, in the public domain, but whoever owns all the rights and shit, it would be... That's why Oz the Great and Powerful fucking sucked ass. Because Universal or whatever still owns...
These are just... No, the character, the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Not the whole thing.
There's no way we could pull that off anyway.
And it's the same...
I know.
It's the same thing as 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Captain Nemo himself is free domain. But
do we make a good League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah. All of those characters are free domain, so we could.
So we make
They're all on this list.
Oh, look, there's the Green Llama. Dude, what about Wogglebug?
Who the fuck is Wogglebug?
No idea.
I saw that on here, and I
gotta
no
see a
idea
photo of Wogglebug.
Let me see. Wogglebug. Oh, it's an Oz character.
Oh no, yeah, no. So no Oz. Sorry, I'm not fighting that copyright. I'm just not willing to die on that. That's a hill I'm not willing to die on, and I love all Wizard of Oz parodies. So, like, of anyone here that should fight for a Wizard of Oz action movie, it is me, and I'm saying nay.
So you have the Arabian Night stories.
Yep.
It's Aladdin, Alibaba,
Yep.
Sinbad.
Yep.
You got the Brother Grimm, Hansel and Gretel, the Pied Piper.
Okay, so we're getting close to something, I think. But like Hansel and Gretel already did their witch hunter.
Yes.
Yeah. Anthony looks
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
okay. But mythical Grimm's character fairy tale.
Grimm's character.
I fucking love it so much. We're getting into hoodwinked though, so you gotta be careful.
Yes, so we would take characters who weren't in those.
I mean, we could still do characters that were in there. Now is this gonna be live action or animated?
I would think animated because animation leads more to the extremeness.
It is
like expensive. More expensive, but you can take off more things. Like if we pick like I don't know, just randomly Beowulf.
Nope. Nope. Pull up fairy tales.
Nope.
Pull up fairy tales, and we're starting with that. Sorry, bud.
Rip Van Winkle.
Okay, what's Rip Van Winkle gonna do? And also, have you ever read Rip Van Winkle?
I have not, but I like the name.
Okay, well, maybe you should read Rip Van Winkle. Who is gonna be? What is our main story gonna center around? Because we can't do Shrek, guys. People have already done Shrek.
No,
it's called Shrek. Your son is adorable.
No. Okay.
Okay. What's your,
I got something crazy.
What's your elevator's pitch?
Okay. So you know the story Inkheart?
Yes, I know the story Inkheart. Yes.
So what's happening
is Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
There is a guy, or a girl, whoever, and they're very well read. They're a librarian or something.
Sure.
And they're noticing one day that they make a reference to a story, and no one gets it.
Okay.
Or a myth, and no one gets it.
Okay.
Well, what happened is someone is going and killing these characters in the real world, finding them, and is deleting them from the history.
So, I don't. It's a good. Okay. It's also the plot of Once Upon a Time.
Is it?
Yes, it's the plot of Once Upon a Time.
I was gonna say you're also maybe not erasing from history, but you're also dealing a bit heavy into like The Wolf Among Us there, with characters getting killed off. And
that's a good point too. That's a good point too.
All right, it was just an idea.
Listen, I like
it. It is a good idea.
I like the idea.
Done a few times, so you'd have to really.
I'm trying to make it work.
The thing
for
is,
you.
like, how do we get these public domain characters together? Well, I mean, that's just one idea. We can
because it's like Wreck-It Ralph, right? They just all exist in the library, but then we're doing the Page Master.
You forget there's like Atlantic Rim. Okay, let's see. We have everything that's Shakespeare. Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat had a movie at one point in time. It was a good movie. I missed that movie because I have such a deep nostalgia for it for some reason, and it's a shit movie. Okay, what else we got?
The Ancient Mariner.
Okay.
Cthulhu, Don Quixote. Oh, let's do Fu Manchu and get canceled.
Yeah, no shit.
John Carter. We can make a good John Carter movie.
We could not make a good John Carter movie for what we were going to have the budget for.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd's been done.
Yeah, but not our Sweeney Todd. Zorro.
I don't think we could redo Zorro.
Well, did
we burn out on the horror? Did we give our best this week to the horror movie? Because that was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, let's say
the thing is like Zorro happens during 1919 to 1959. There's 40 years. You know what also happens between 1919 and 1949?
A world war.
A world war.
And many other wars, if I'm being honest.
Yes, of course.
I'm pretty sure there's a Spanish-American war, too.
Yes.
Okay.
But how funny would it be to have Zorro in World War One?
You're on to something. You really are, Anthony. You're so close to an idea.
I'm so close.
You're so close to an idea. Are we making a war movie? That's, I guess, is what we're... An action war movie? An animated action war movie?
Well...
Yeah.
We can animate it or not. We can figure that out.
Yeah.
But, so are we doing war?
Are we doing war?
Jared.
Because war movies are typically box office pleasers.
Yes, they are. Especially when you start... when you really start getting to, like, critics with all the older people, they love war
movies. So are we doing a war movie? And are we doing... No, I don't know. War movies are hard, though, guys.
They are.
God damn.
But, like, who would we put?
Right? That's the issue. So do we want to do, like, just a straight-up fairy tale war?
You got something there.
All right, there's something...
What happened to the characters during World War One? If there's some German fairy tales... What's going on with that? Not like in a ha-ha Shrek way.
No, I get it. Like, are you saying... okay.
How did Hansel and Gretel deal with the Nazis?
We are so close to a fucking idea here, gentlemen. It's infuriating that it hasn't come to light yet. All we have so far is fairy tale war. What if we straight up and just... Hear me out. We do a Who Framed Roger Rabbit... but it's set World War II, and the fairy tales are actually like alive because of Nazi magic. Or like
I was just about to go the route.
Like the Nazis used the occult to bring, and then the Americans figured that out. And instead of the atomic bomb on Japan, it's fucking cartoons.
They send the Brothers Grimm story.
Yeah, they send the Brothers Grimm story.
I was just about to
We're
go,
so close to an idea, it just doesn't work yet.
I was about to say, what about like almost like Jojo Rabbit, but instead it's like literally what like kids with like the imaginary kid characters, whatever, dealing with the war going on. Play with that idea because Jojo Rabbit does
close
that
to an idea,
but Taika Waititi goes into like the whole like he's not really there kind of thing. Where this one could be like, oh no, they're actually there helping around this town.
Imaginary friends save a town from the Nazis.
See, we have so many point ideas.
There, yes.
It's so close. The issue is it's too close to the Imagination Land trilogy from South Park, which is which is what
everything is. There's no original idea.
No, I know, but. I mean, our Oobleck story is pretty original, minus like we got a few things from.
So, I like this idea, Jared.
I just the first thing that came to my head.
They have imaginary
fairy tale, cartoon things like that would be a way to go about it.
I can see the Roger Rabbit,
right? So
I like the Roger Rabbit too.
Where
there's
because then you can release two versions.
Yes,
one where you can always see the imaginary friend,
and one where you can't.
Or where they only show up when needed.
Okay.
Only be seen when needed.
Well, we can do two versions, a PG and a PG-13 version, right? Where the imaginary friends are always there, and when they're not, or an R-rated one where it's just like the kids are just going fucking crazy. So we
need you to think of something bigger. Big hands, crunk.
So we have Fairy Tale War is what we have right now, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, and the best part about that is kids, maybe they were read Hansel Gretel or something as children, so they think of these public domain characters.
The issue is now we're verging on horror too, and I hate how everything can just kind of be like, you know how like you're always two searches away from big black cock on the internet.
Yeah,
we're always two steps away from horror because what if this town in World War II was being overrun by Nazis and the children were fine because they had imaginary friends, but the imaginary friends are actually evil shadow demons that are killing Nazis at night.
Well, they wouldn't be that evil then.
Yeah, well, they're trying to kill the kids too, but the Nazis.
Are they trying to kill the kids?
Yeah, they're trying to kill the kids, but like, so it goes
so quickly.
I have 3/4 of an idea here, and I can't fucking figure out the landing.
They have to leave the kids alive because if the kids die, they die with them.
Oh, that's a good point. But we're not doing horror. But goddamn,
no, we're not doing horror.
Right?
You could have a horrible Eldritch,
but this is an action movie
as a good thing.
You guys just want to make a good Predator? There hasn't been a good Predator since Predator. You want to?
Starts with Gary Busey.
There's like Predator, and there's aliens. Are there hunters? I know what the Predators are hunters, but are there just a breed of hunters? Because then we could do AVPVH.
See this?
Alien vs. Predator vs. Hunter. I'm just throwing out ideas to see what sticks.
Well, the hunter would have to be the Lobster Man that was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh my god, that'd be funny. I bet we could get JCVD real cheap right now too.
Oh yeah. I think technically in the Predator lore, there technically is a Predator
hunter?
race that
is the hunters
because they show that. There's the small ones that we've seen in all the movies, and then they introduce there's like an advanced version.
Yeah, there's
that hunts
the Yao Chuai, and then whatever.
Saying fucking words now.
Yeah, that's what the species is called. They're called Yao Chuais.
Which the Predators are Yao Chuais?
Yeah.
Who the fuck named that?
Whoever came up
That's
with
amazing.
Comic book.
Some
it was
bullshit.
a cocaine binge.
Was it a comic book?
Oh, there have been many comic books.
Oh.
Crossover with Batman.
Yeah, that was something they did for Predators. They had a comic series that like tied in to the first two into going into
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I mean, there was an Alien vs. Predator game that came out in the arcades in the 90s. So.
That just sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was.
There was an AVP game that came to consoles that was the best AVP game you'd ever fucking get.
Yes, it's a continuation.
Wait,
there's a Pred Alien.
Yeah, the Predator got injected and then it births it.
Fucking when?
At the very end.
At the very, very end.
Oh, that's right, because the Predator doesn't make it out alive.
Yeah, no, he
did. They did a post credit where they showed.
I fucking forgot. I didn't watch the post credit.
And then get little.
I watched the first 5 minutes where the lady's climbing the wall, and then there's a dude sitting, and then then it's like, hey, you're coming with us or not? And then she is, and then I just skipped to the last like 15 minutes.
Yeah, fucking.
You know what they did take out of the first AVP? There was like There's like a whole scene to open that movie with like the mining town and stuff. There was a whole bunch of shit they had that they just cut after shooting it, and it's like that might have sold it a little bit more. I see like
how
how the fuck that anybody knew they were there. Maybe
didn't I see like the miniatures, like explosions and things like that at the end? That's like the only time you see like the mining town and things like that. It's like a scale fucking model they blow up, and no one knew anything about that.
Yeah,
until,
they
like,
had a
the
whole
end.
fucking filming thing. They just didn't use it.
Fuck off! That's amazing. Jesus Christ! It's not a
genius.
good movie, but it's the only one that I'd ever seen, and so I had a deep fondness with it until I just watched it, and I'm like,
for
this
all
is
the listeners,
dumb.
If you were listening earlier, and I had said watching Requiem is like this, I put on the solar eclipse glasses because that is the equivalent of watching that fucking movie.
The Pred Alien, it's got a really good design, horribly made.
Can't fucking see it.
And then he's gonna pull it up for me because I can't. Again, I think we could get JCVD for a couple $100 to do the Lobsterman.
I think we could.
He's a Yushua, and that's what we're gonna call him. He's a Yushua. He's the God Emperor Yushua of the Predators. He's the only, that's fucking dumb. Actually, that's so dumb.
It's also
why is it so hypersexualized? Like Jesus Christ,
it's an alien.
I get it.
H.R. Geiger.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter.
But
fucked up.
I can't see it.
Yeah, you can't. Also, it was like someone who wasn't tall was wearing it.
Yeah, that's what I like. Like when I went back and I watched Predator and I listened to that thing, they're like, yeah, no, they just got a 7-foot dude to be in the Predator outfit, and like no one can match it because like when you're 7 foot, you're awkward as shit, and so that's just why it looked that good.
Why you looked alien because he was alien.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No.
I don't think we're gonna get anything further.
I think
we burned it out on the horror, so I'm gonna stick that away, and we'll go ahead and try this again. And,
I do have a movie that I've always thought about.
Yeah.
And it's pissed me off. So
because you can't stick the landing, right?
No,
2/3 of the way.
So you don't know much about the Nightmare on Elm Street series.
I don't.
But there was a remake a few years back.
Many
Jack Earl Haley, I think it was his name. Who played Freddy.
The worst fucking burn makeup they could have ever done.
Well, realistic burn makeup.
Realistic, but it just didn't fucking look good because they CGI over it.
So the biggest problem is like they half-ball something. They try to do something, and it would have been such a good twist.
Yeah.
So the twist that they try to pull off is that Freddy was innocent.
Okay.
That he didn't diddle kids.
Okay.
And then it turns out he did diddle kids.
Yeah, at the very, very end, they just double down. I'm like, oh, no, just kidding.
No,
he was a pedophile.
He was a pedophile.
Oh, goddamn.
And I hate... It was such a great concept. So, my idea for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie is that Freddy was innocent, and it would go that there was a child murderer, but it was not Freddy.
Right.
That there was a real Springwood slasher, but they couldn't find it, and Freddy was the only one who knew all the kids. So they got pinned on him, but, no evidence could lay it. Parents got mad. They killed him. Stuff like that. But the thing is, he's coming back as vengeance against the children because they all said that he was guilty.
So you take the original concept of Freddy, like, as it's explained, but instead of the twist being like, oh, no, he is evil, like you're saying, keep that of like, oh, no, he's truly is like an innocent man.
No, the twist is because everyone calls him Fred Krueger, except for himself whenever he shows up in the dreams of Nancy, because we would do Nancy.
Yeah, of course.
He always calls himself, hey, it's Freddy. It's because Nancy was the one who defended him.
Yeah.
And why? So he's killing these people, being like, "Hey, your Freddy's got this." Like he's trying to be like, "We're gonna be friends."
Okay.
Like I want that movie.
Okay.
We're Freddy.
Also, can I just we need to take a step back. Is that like an original plot point in Nightmare on Elm Street where he's a pedophile?
Yeah. Well, they never say it in the originals. It's
implied.
Thank you. It's implied in the way he is with things, but the kids he's killing are
teenagers,
like 17, 16, so it's like, yeah, he's still a pedophile, but it's not like what they imply is when they were like
10,
fucking
9-year-old
7.
kind of yeah. That's an actual plot point to those movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the new one, they just went for it and ruined it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a child murderer, and the reason why he got off, because in the originals, he was a
got off on many children.
The judge didn't sign the warrant.
Fuck off! Yeah, it's a great clerical error. Yep.
Clerical error got him free. So the parents took vengeance and they burned the motherfucker down.
Oh, see now. Hey, listen. Whole story fucking makes sense now. I thought it was just some deranged psychopath when like he just was killing people. When he's like, no, he's actually a deranged lunatic for X, Y, and Z reasons.
I just want to say, take that great concept, skip ahead 2 movies, and then suddenly he's just a demon insistent on taking souls to be more powerful.
Yeah, in the first one, he's taking vengeance against the parents because they killed him. That's why he's killing their children to take something away from them.
That real quick.
And then near the end of it, he has dream demons who came to him because he's the bastard son of 1,000 maniacs because his mother was a nun who got raped.
Yeah, they go that route a couple movies later.
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
Really retconned out there.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise real quick, because Michael, there are so many ways to kill Freddy Krueger. It is
fucking are.
the
Silver
way.
bullet, moonlight, the sun, kill him in your dreams.
So the first way is you have to bring him out into the real world and kill him.
Okay, how do you do that?
Classic.
You wake up holding him.
Yeah.
You can bring things out of the dream.
Yeah, that's how they always go, because they just bring an ear or a hat.
They bring out one item, then they
Do you want to do like an Inception? That's Rick and Morty. Never mind. Continue.
They did that.
They did that. Yeah.
Then another way Freddy Krueger dies is he gets holy water put on him and burned.
Yes. Yeah, for some reason that killed him in the second one.
That is the third one. The second one, he gets kissed by a woman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The second one, it was a gay guy, and they have him get kissed, and then Freddy's like, I lost control of the body!
Yeah, then he goes away. But that's not technically that. My favorite way they've killed Freddy is they showed him his own reflection.
Like a reverse vampire.
Like he's a fucking basilisk.
Oh, yeah, I can say fucking basilisk. That's a way better reference.
They showed
me.
Like
he's a Medusa. Is he Medusa? He's a Medusa.
Maybe. Another way is he gets pulled inside the spirit of his mother's vagina.
Yeah. And then they seal him away.
Where do you find the spirit of your mother's vagina?
See, that's the thing. There was a doctor who finds the ghost of his mother, and then she comes to them in their dream fight against him.
Fuck off! Fuck off! You guys are bull. That is
That's really what they.
Fuck off! That did not happen.
See, but then if that wasn't bad enough, if that wasn't bad enough for an ending to that series, they then decided we got one more. He had a daughter that no one knew about for 30 fucking years, and she comes back and goes, I need to stop my father, and then that's how they go.
Do you want to know how they kill him? The Freddy's at the final one with the daughter?
First off, they need 3D glasses.
Pipe bomb.
I'm sorry. In the dream or not in the dream?
I don't remember, I'll be honest.
It was outside the dream.
Oh, okay.
But you have what is it? Lawrence Fishburne is that the
Larry Fishburne.
He literally pulls out some 3D glasses and goes, make sure you wear these in the dream, because then anything you imagine becomes real.
There's in the third one is a great. There's a kid in a wheelchair who gets the ability to walk.
No,
in his dreams.
These are not real. These are not real.
There's a kill in that movie. It's literally he's playing with the fucking power glove.
You know the guy
pops him down the stairs, kills him, and then goes, "Now we're using real power."
It's these. They go from horrible man
from horror to comedy so fast.
Should I have watched these movies as growing up at any point in time?
I got them all. They are. The first one is intense. The second one is homoerotic.
Okay.
The third one is a good closing.
Good. Yeah.
Then it gets fucking quack.
That's the only thing I've ever seen is Freddy versus Jason, right, on the lake. And that they don't actually kill Freddy in that one. Jason comes out of the lake with Freddy's severed head, and it smiles at you or winks or something. Yeah.
There's a scene, I believe it's Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Masters, where he...
I'm sorry, hang on, you just can't... You don't just get to gloss over titles with me. I need you to go ahead and repeat that it is Nightmare on Elm Street what?
4...
The
Dream Master.
So fuck all the way off.
So that's what they show in the reflection.
Let's go. There's Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
Oh god, what's 5 called?
5 is the Dream Child.
The Dream Child.
Is that where he has is that where the kid comes in?
Yes.
Yes.
Where's her daughter or his daughter?
No.
Basically, she's pregnant, and then Freddy's like, "Oh, baby's dream."
The
and
Dream
starts
Master.
sucking.
What the fuck?
The Dream Master from the last movie.
Yes.
She's pregnant.
What's a dream master?
the
She
Master
can
of
control
Dreams?
the dreams.
Is she a Freddy too?
No.
She's like good.
She has a
version.
poem.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, so she's just like a benevolent god creature.
Oh, but Anthony, we're
She just
forgetting in the
she just
fourth,
becomes aware.
in the third
that she can
movie,
use-
they all
She can use her dead friend's powers to beat up
see.
Freddy.
That's what I was gonna say. In the third movie, they all realize they have unique powers in their dreams. Like the black kid he's like
super
a super strong hero.
The cripple kid is a wizard.
Yes,
the
thank you.
lady just has switchblades.
The mute is a ladies' man.
And he can scream and blow shit up.
Yeah. And then it's Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
Yeah. And then Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated.
It's great. It's a meta comedy.
It was Wes Craven coming back and being like, these turned out so comedic and bullshit. What if he was really a demon?
Yeah.
Like, what if he actually came to life,
It
though?
stars Heather Langenkamp as Heather Langenkamp. And
I think, like, I know you guys aren't bullshitting me because you fed off each other way too well to just be making shit up. But also, you guys might have just been making shit up because all that, like, I don't know where to begin with unpacking
if you don't want to have the time to watch them all, go to the Dead Meat YouTube channel. He does a kill count of all of them.
Okay.
Anthony, why don't, while Mike's confused, why don't we just say, in 3, they bury his body and douse him in holy water.
Yeah.
And that ends it. And then 4, he gets pissed on by a dog in a dream and reawakes.
Yep, a dog named Jason.
Yes.
But in a dream,
Yes.
but he's in the real world dead.
Yes. His bones, because
he made a deal with demons. So he
in
just comes
the
back.
third movie, the reason why they say that he keeps coming back, is because he did not have a proper burial. Because
apparently digging him up and then throwing some holy water
Nancy's
on
dad,
him,
who's a
right.
cop, just tossed his body into a junkyard.
Yeah. They'll never find his body here.
You know what I'm just now realizing? That Jason X is just Alien, but with Jason.
Yeah.
But worse.
Sorry, those are the only two. I have 2 reference points for this entire
Have you seen Leprechaun in
conglomeration.
space?
No, I have Jason X, which this is like this year is the year they outlaw hockey, by the way, and then Freddy versus Jason. Which are probably 2 of the worst installments
Which
of
is
either one of those
great because
franchises.
in Jason, the final Friday.
Oh, yes.
I forget which.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Fuck all the way off.
I
fucking hate you both
He
right
turns into a slug that gets deep throated into different people, Michael.
That movie had
Anyways,
so many
not
choices.
not the point of the
not
at
the
the
point.
very end. It shows Jason's mask, and then Freddy's glove pops off and pulls
Oh
it down
my
to hell.
God.
And I assume you've seen the demon miniatures they were going to use.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that would have been so much better. Just in general, that would have been a better scene.
it's like the
he
Friday the
goes to hell.
13th doesn't get as crazy, but you should watch Jason Takes Manhattan because you will hate it.
Why will I hate it?
First off, it takes him an hour and 20 minutes to get to Manhattan.
To Manhattan.
It's an hour and 40-minute movie, Michael.
Where have I heard that before?
Me.
Probably.
Probably like 4 years ago when I watched it.
Oh my god. No, I can't.
There is
I
a
just
psychic
can't.
vision of Jason.
I can't.
He's a
This-
wet boy.
I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
when he dies in the sewer?
Yeah.
Just the dumbest fucking
Corey
death scene.
Feldman's in the 4th one.
Yeah, he is. He's a little weird
He's
master.
Tommy Jarvis.
And then he murders him.
Yeah, he fucking
machete
kills
in
the
the
shit
face.
out of Jason, who then gets brought back to life by Tommy Jarvis, who stuck a pole into his heart.
Because he didn't believe he was dead.
Yeah. Which also they buried.
Yeah, no, Jason Goes to Hell gets really weird because they were trying to mix... The original idea was to mix Evil Dead, and then they couldn't get those rights. The only thing they got was the dagger, that they couldn't call the real, actual Kandarian dagger. They had to call it something else. And then they couldn't use the book, so that's where the slug came in, is they had to have it make fucking sense somehow.
But they do show the Necronomicon, because Jason's in that is technically a Deadite.
Oh my god. This-
Yeah, everyone just watched the remake. It got some good tits, and Mountain Man Jason is the best Jason.
He really is the best Jason. Out of, like... For, like, a slasher that's living in the woods, he was the best one of, like, oh no, this is a man who's literally lived his life in these fucking woods. Like, you are not going to outmaneuver him anywhere here.
No. But
I really want that fucking sequel. They leaked out what they were going to do. I want to see him fucking make it.
I want the Batman Beyond movie.
Yeah, so let's mention that real quick. So there is the rumor mill going around, supposedly, because...
Not supposedly, we have concept art.
Okay. So the Batman Beyond thing was put out by the people who made the Across the Spider-Verse, and everybody was like, hey, cool. And then DC's like, no, we don't want to do that. And then DC's like, hey, you know what we are going to have them do? Fucking Dino Justice League, because that's what everyone asked for.
I want Batman Beyond.
Just double down on the dumb, are you? Like, don't give us what we want. Give us something fucking random that nobody asked for. Fucking nobody was like, you know what I could really use? Dino Justice.
You know what I need? A fourth crossover with the Ruby franchise. That's what I need.
My balls.
Yeah, I drained my balls in a few of them.
Would you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to say who.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Where are we at, Jared?
Oh, hour 15.
That's not bad. That's pretty good for a record. Yeah, so don't forget that if you like what we're doing here, you can always support us on Patreon, going to Oddcast, or patreon.com/Oddcast. And don't forget to rate and review us wherever you find your podcasts at. Remember, 5 stars drives us up the chart, gets us noticed, gets us so we can do more stuff for you guys. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No. Go support the Transformers HasLab. Got 18 more days to get fucking 500 things so we get the second tier.
What's the second tier?
It's a stand of the global space bridge.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's 2 roads that can connect, or they can separate these stands.
That's cool.
Everyone do that.
Yeah.
This is the most successful Transformers HasLab ever.
I was gonna say
it has blown everything else out of the water. We have 18 more days, and we're at numbers of Deathsaurus.
I'll never get anything like that with Power Rangers. So go support Transformers. It's fine.
Do it. Support Transformers. Robots in Disguise 2001 because it was a great show. Everyone should watch it.
Jared.
No, I don't think I got anything.
Yeah, again, this is going to be a recurring segment for us. At the end, last Monday of every month, we're going to just kind of like shoot ideas and really see what fucking sticks. And actually, it's a good fucking record. Like, it was great. It turned out way better than I thought it was going to be.
We have to wait until Where's Waldo comes into the public domain.
That'll be so much fun.
That's a good movie.
That'll be a fucking thriller. That's a horror thriller. Where's fucking Waldo? And it's just, oh my god, the title's just Where. Where.
Perfect.
Where. And it's in like Waldo's like colors. It's just Where.
The thing is, it would be great because we could call it Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
We can call the character Waldo in the UK and call him Willie everywhere else.
It's true. And it's just Where's and Waldo, so it's like an L.
Do you make the Where striped?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was hoping so.
Yeah, Where. It's the colors. It's red and white. Where. Yeah, that's just it.
Everyone knows
Where
exactly.
question mark, and it's like not really a question. It's like a really oblong question mark, and it's all shadowed and shit. And it's got like the Where has like shadows cast the background of like people just dying. Jesus Christ.
Turns out it was oblong.
Hey, we can't.